What's up, guys? In this video we're going to be talking about the best cheap camcorder for vlogging, or at least in my opinion, and it's this one that I'm filming with right now. It's the Sony CX405 Handycam. So let's check it out and let's see why I think this is the best cheap camcorder for vlogging. So, what does every good vlogging camera really need? Well, for starters, you need a wide-angle lens so that way you can see yourself, basically, in the window. A lot of times, cameras like really expensive DSLRs or whatnot, sometimes the lens may not even be wide enough for you to be able to use for vlogging. But in this case, this camera actually comes with a 26mm lens. So it's a wide angle lens and it works. You can see basically all my face. I'm zoomed all the way out. It works really well. Plus you also get some of the environment too. So something that's really crazy about this camera is the sheer amount of zoom distance that you get on this thing. This has a 60 times optical zoom. I'm not even gonna tell you. It's crazy. You just have to see it for yourself. So I'm gonna show you guys some footage of that, but it's insane how far you can zoom with this. So this lens is very versatile. You can shoot stuff like this, vlog style, really like, you know, get everything in the frame, or you can get some really far away subjects with incredibly good focus. Like, it's insane. For this small package of a camera for around $200, like, it's crazy what you're getting here. Other great feature about this camera is the built-in microphone. Now, a lot of times built-in microphones aren't always that great. And I mean, when we're talking about a budget camera for vlogging, you're really not expecting a whole lot, but I will say that for the price point of around $200, the built-in mic on this thing is great. There is like some road noise you probably be able to hear because there's the highway right there. The quality is great. I've never had any issues with volume whenever editing videos after using this camera, because it just picks up voices really well. Even with multiple people talking at once, you can really distinguish the voices and it's not too muddy or too tinny. Honestly, for what you're getting, it's a great mic. I'm happy with it. Another really important thing for vlogging, especially if you're gonna be doing action shots or moving while talking to the camera like I'm doing right now, image stabilization, very important. And the image stabilization on this camera is also really good, surprisingly. It's got a few different settings. Right now I have it on active mode. There's intelligent active, which is the highest, and it zooms in, it crops in a little bit, the screen, but not enough to where it's annoying to where you can't still vlog like this, you know, comfortably. I think it's a great feature that they added to this. Sony, you guys are killing it, man. I'm gonna be honest, you guys have been killing it for years. This camera came out like the early 2000s. I don't know exactly which year, but man, they've been killing it. The autofocus on this is also really good too. Sony's been killing it with the autofocus game for a long time, so that's just an automatic go-to for a vlogging camera. Definitely great autofocus. Okay, now this is interesting. I'm shooting in 60 frames per second, something I don't normally do. And man, it is so super smooth. Like, that's the thing, like, it's not really my style, but if you like super smooth footage, 60 frames per second, you got it. And it does really well on this camera. Another thing about this camera is it's so light. I love being able to just carry it around with ease. Like, this is not putting strain on my arm at all. If you were to have a more expensive camera, you're probably gonna be holding, you know, a couple pounds more of weight right there, plus any extra gear you got on it, a light or, you know, a big lens. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be good for your arm after a while. You're gonna get tired of holding it. And then another one of the major things you need in a good cheap vlogging camera is something that's easy to use. And that is exactly what this camera is. It is the point and shoot camera. Literally, you literally just open up the screen, you hit the record button, and it's ready to go. It's normally shooting in full auto. I don't really mess with the manual settings a lot, but when I do, it's usually just to change the shutter speed. If I just want to darken the image a little bit. Sometimes with full auto, it kind of makes things a little bright. Like probably my face is a little blown out right now, but honestly, like for a vlogger, especially if you're getting into YouTube for the first time, you don't really need to worry about, you know, using manual settings and stuff. Even full auto is good enough for just making content. So definitely something to consider. So overall, you're getting a pretty sweet deal with this camera. You're getting that wide angle lens, a good built-in mic, and a really easy to use menu system, because that's really all you need for a good vlogging camcorder these days. I mean, you could get something that's really expensive and really high quality, like a really new DSLR or a mirrorless camera, and that could work for you, but you have to get the camera and often you have to get the lens separately, whereas everything is built in to this camera, which honestly I think makes for a better deal, especially when you're getting into YouTube for the first time, or if you just want really simple portable vlogging setup. This is it right here, the Sony CX405 Handycam, for around $200 or less if you get it used on eBay or anywhere else. You can probably find these a lot of places. So that's it for this video, guys. Appreciate you guys watching, clicking on the video, checking it out. As always, I appreciate the love. Hit that like button, that really helps out the channel, and consider subscribing, because I will try to post more content more often. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good one. All right, Jolly Green out. Peace.